Hey guys, it's Abby, and I'm driving to Children's Hospital with Raylan. Not for clinicals, not for an emergency. She just has a 24-hour EEG we're gonna get done. I think Chris is making a video about her EEG on Raylan's channel, Sunshine Baby, but I was doing all this driving, and I've noticed that Elmhurst students in the cohort after mine and potential Elmhurst students have been finding my vlog. So I thought it would be a good time to talk to you guys about online accelerated BSN programs and driving. And as you can see, the shadows are really bad here if I turn the camera on me. So instead, you are just going to be a passenger riding along with me. I live 3.5 hours from Elmhurst University, and this program is tailored towards people who live not near Elmhurst University. We have a few people in our cohort that live kind of near Elmhurst University, and I don't think it was made super clear, or they caught on maybe, that it was for distant learners. But they try not to have Elmhurst accelerated ABSN online students doing clinicals at the same place they're in person. Students do clinicals so that there's enough spots at their hospital, so they're not, I guess, so their hospital is not overwhelmed with students. I think they've had to backtrack on that, at least for labor and delivery, and let some of their online students be at Elmhurst because they're having trouble finding clinical places for them. The reason why I'm making a video about driving is because the ABSN program will require you to put a lot of miles on your car. Let's start at the beginning. Shortly into this program, I think we finished our health assessment class, or we got almost finished with it, and then we went up to Elmhurst for, I don't know how many days it was, 9 days, between 8 and 10 days. It said a 10-day program, but I don't think we were up there 10 days. I think we were up there 8 or 9 days to do simulations and just practice our clinical skills before we actually started clinicals. So wherever you live, you're going to have to drive up there. I really suggest, if you join Elmhurst program, and it's probably similar with other long distance ABSN programs as well, when you first start your class, you probably are going to have a time to get to know each other. We did at Elmhurst. They wanted us to, introduce yourself online as like a message board thing. Introduce yourselves, tell where you're from, why are you getting this degree. I immediately was looking for, who can I connect with on here that lives kind of near me, that doesn't sound like a crazy person or any crazier than me, that I can carpool up there with and maybe share a hotel room with to save some money. I saved a lot of money, and I didn't have to drive that far by doing that. I found a girl that lived south of me, and I said, hey, it looks like you're driving through this town. Can I meet you there and ride with you up to Elmhurst, and I'll pay the gas and we can share a hotel? And that worked out great. She saved money. She didn't have to pay for her, her gas. We both saved money on the hotel. She actually got a great rate. She worked for the VA, and so she got some government rate for the hotel room. So you're gonna have to drive up there for clinicals. If you need to save money, find someone in those first couple of weeks of school when you're getting to know each other that you can room with, maybe even that you can carpool up there with. That was a great choice. The next thing that's a lot of driving is your clinicals. I live in rural Illinois. When I signed up for the program, I think they told me we do our very best to place you no further than like an hour from your home. I think that's what they told me. I think they told me no promises, but that's what they do. That's what they try to do. Clarify that when you apply. Clarify what is their rule for clinicals, because that's probably the biggest problem people have had in my cohort, is sometimes their clinicals have been placed way far from their home. We're talking more than a 2-hour drive has happened. More than a 2-hour drive, to me, it seems unacceptable. It is what it is. I think one person just got a hotel room near the place and got a lot of their clinicals done close together. It might be worth it. I mean, I'll be honest, that would not be the end of the world. For all the other flexibilities that this program offers, if one of my clinical rotations had to be more than 2 hours away, I'm not sure that would be a deal breaker, even if I knew that in advance. And we're going to talk about that, like how can you take advantage of your drive time. But know if you're going into this program or any accelerated online BSN program, they're trying to find you specific clinical placements for you, and the whole cohort's not going to the same place, and that's a lot of work for the school, and some people are going to do better than others at finding placements. If you can be proactive, Elmhurst has done an excellent job working with me. I say, hey, I want to go to this place or this place or this place for my clinicals. They try to make that happen. I can't say they always do. I gave them 3 places I wanted to go to for peds, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. I do think they tried. If you can find small private hospitals, or if you can find private facilities that you like for mental health, I found a privately owned drug and alcohol rehab place. Those places are usually more likely to work with you and take in one random student from a random university than like a big national chain or a really big hospital facility, because they usually have contracts already with certain schools. But yeah, I think I have some other videos where I talk about clinical placements. Just know that's a downside. You're taking a gamble on where your clinical is going to be. The plus side, though, is that you kind of get to pick when you're there. Like nursing students I know that are in regular in-person programs always get told, okay, you have clinicals this day at this place, show up at this time, and we're done at this time. I get to work with whoever my preceptor is and say, what days are you working? Okay, I'm going to come in these days. And I've been able to say, I'm going to work in the morning, so I'll come in at 10 a.m. and then leave at 6 p.m. when your shift ends. Or I've been able to say, I want to work the whole 12-hour shift with you. It's been very flexible when I do my clinical hours. This last OB clinical, they did encourage me. They said, hey, we want you to do 12.5-hour shifts. But they gave me multiple dates to choose from and said, which of these days can you do the 12-hour shifts on? You don't get that with an in-person program. You get told, here's the day you show up for clinicals. So you have a lot of flexibility with when you're driving all this way. Now, people ask me all the time, how much time do you spend studying for this program? And I don't know. I don't know, because it varies so much week to week. And honestly, sometimes I don't want to know how much time I spent studying. That would be depressing. But I will say one of the best ways to study is to listen to lectures over again, recordings of lectures, or to listen to YouTube videos that are about what we're learning about. And those things are really easy to do while you're driving. So if you have to drive a long way to clinicals, listen on your way there to the exam lecture, or to the lectures that they give to help you with the exam coming up. If you have to drive a long way to clinicals, listen to Simple Nursing, Nurse Mike, registerednurse.com. Listen to those YouTube videos on the topics you need to know about. And you're really doing some good multitasking. So, yes, driving is a part of your program. Probably more than most in-person programs. Your clinicals might be further away, but you can make good use of your driving time. So much of your program is already online. Your lectures are recorded online. Listen to them again while you drive, or pick out, relevant YouTube videos. I don't mind driving so much as long as I know where I'm going. I haven't had clinicals further than an hour away so far, but that's the downside to it. Overall, I think Elmhurst has a great program. I need to make a video just about the pros and cons of Elmhurst, but today I just was driving and I thought I want to talk about driving when you're in an accelerated BSN program. You have a lot of driving. Your clinicals might be more driving than you were expecting, but you can make good use of the driving. It can be great multitasking time to get studying done if you're an auditory learner especially. So unless you just hate driving, I would just take advantage of the driving time as study time. You know, distraction-free study time. I think it's distraction-free. I mean, I guess it's not if you're in like major traffic or something, but you know, how much else can you do besides listen to a lecture while you're driving? So that is it. I'm getting kind of close to St. Louis. Looks like 14 miles out. And I'm going to keep my multitasking up. Raylan's EEG should be a boring 24-hour EEG. So once we get her all settled in, let's start on some more schoolwork and cleaning out my purse and cleaning out her backpack. Yeah, it'll be a great productive day. Multitask, guys. Multitasking is key to doing things like an accelerated BSN program. Multitask while you drive. Multitask at your daughter's 24-hour EEG.